This has proved to be a marvelous piece of equipment, and today we'd like to show you some of the really positive benefits about this one. This trencher here, you see it's mounted on the front of a skid loader, and of course all these hookups are pretty standard, so it adapts itself to any kind of brand of skid loader you may have. Also, another neat thing about it is we have 3-point brackets that you can take off of here and bolt on the back plate, the mount plate here, and you can put it on a 3-point application on your farm tractor or your construction tractor. The only requirement there is that you have a transmission in your tractor that is slow enough, because as you know, in the trenching business we're going to trench from 3 to 5, maybe 7 feet a minute, so we need a transmission that goes fairly slow. But that's the only requirement, to take this off and put it on the 3-point application. You'll notice here that we have a super heavy-duty hydraulic motor that provides all the power. We put standard 1-inch hoses on our trencher, and the reason for that is with a lot of the high-flow machines that we're using today, we got a lot of machines in there that are up to 35, 38 gallons a minute, and you need a 1-inch high-pressure hose to handle that kind of volume. Those all connect into the flat-face quick connectors, which we're all familiar with. And then moving on through the trencher, you may not be able to see here in the video, but once you know, we got the heaviest bearings of any trencher on the market. They're all 2-inch bearings instead of 1.5 like is the industry standard. And that applies to our main drive up here, as well as our auger bank here. Now what's really neat about this, you can see this area here where we can move the auger bank up and back, and what we're going to do here in just a moment is we're going to take it over here and stick it in the ground. And the really neat thing about this is we're able to go forward. And that's a really neat application, because you can go forward, you can see exactly what you're doing, exactly where you're going, and you can set the depth for the exact depth you need. And so in a lot of those applications where the utility people have specified that the electric line or the sewer line or water line has to be a specific depth, you can set this machine for that depth, and it stays that way all day long. And you'll notice when we tip this down and put this in the ground, the gauge wheels will come down here and rest on the ground. And what's really neat about that is the trencher is coming up in the front. The teeth are coming up in the front as you move forward, and the wheels are pushing down. So what we have is equal and opposing forces. We got the wheels down and the teeth moving up, and this is the smoothest trencher. You hit something hard, it doesn't jump and bounce and kick around like you normally see trenchers, like pulling out rocks and so forth. Trencher that's specifically made to go in an arc or a circle, and the application of that's so important because the electric lines are hardly never straight. You go from the power source, you go around buildings and in the side of a building or a house or whatever. Water lines are the same condition. You'll start at point A, go to point B, but it very seldom ever is a straight line that we will need to go around corners, and this trencher is made to do that, and it doesn't put any distress on this machine to do that. It's simply to do. You just drive wherever you want to go, and this trencher takes care of the rest.